Hey guys, Bella here. In this video, I'm going to go over some tips for making your Facebook page better. If you are a realtor or a real estate agent, you know that building business online and kind of building rapport with clients before you even meet them is becoming more of the standard these days. A lot of deals that I have gotten from Facebook Marketplace. So I'm going to talk about 10 tips that I think will help you build a better business page. I have been licensed since August of 2018, and this was my first full year, and I've already closed 17 deals, and it's September 2nd, so 17 deals in a couple of months. So I feel like I'm doing pretty well for given my area, and we have probably maybe 350 realtors who have made a sale in our area. But anyways, I want to talk more about the social media aspect of it, and this can apply to really any field or career that you are in. If you're not necessarily a realtor, but you are still trying to build a business on Facebook, you could gain something from this video. Okay, so the number one tip that I have for you is to post consistently. That may mean different things for you, but I would say if you're not posting at least once a week, then you need to step up your game, because that would mean you're only targeting your customers 52 times a year if you're posting once a week. So that's really not enough. You really need to be posting like 3 or 4 times a week. But posting consistently means that you don't make a post and then not make another post for 3 weeks and then make 3 posts 3 days in a row. That's really a social media no-no. It's just like with Instagram. You don't want to post 3 pictures in the same day. You really want to keep it simple and only post content once a day or twice a day maybe, but it's the same with the consistency. Just keep it at a level where you are posting at the same rate. Okay, number 2, it's very important, is to engage with your audience. A lot of people that I see in my local area don't do this. They have a Facebook page, but someone will ask them a question on their Facebook page and they just leave it. Like, they don't even comment back. Somebody may even be like, hey, what's the price of this? How many square feet? I want to come see it. You know, things like that. Even if you know that this is not a strong lead, you don't want to ignore them in front of your audience, because other people are noticing that. I mean, I notice that as a realtor, and when I'm stalking other realtors, I'm like, oh wow, they just like left that person hanging. They didn't even comment back on their post. So, and you can't comment back 3 weeks later. Again, with the consistency and the engagement, it's got to be now. That's social media for you. It's really like you're going to lose people if you don't engage with them immediately. And the sooner that you can engage with your audience, the better. If you can make a post that is sort of controversial, or even like a post that, you know, people are wanting to comment on, you have kind of a reason to engage with them and it looks more organic. Okay, so number 3 is to post just listed, pending, and sold posts. This is really good because it gives you 3 things to post from only one deal. Because think about it, you have got the listing, you have got it under contract, and then you've got it sold. So that's 3 opportunities that you could post about one deal. So that is really big. I think that just listeds are important because it's your chance to showcase the house, and a lot of times those posts get shared the most than any of my other posts. But sold posts kind of reinforce the fact that, hey, you know that thing that I told you that I listed? Hey, guess what? I actually did my job and I sold it. So that is one thing that I think is important, and a lot of agents they just post solds, and I think that's good, but I really think if you just do all 3 of those, you'll have a more consistent posting, and it just looks better. Number 4, I like this one, and I don't do this one enough, but show yourself taking people out to look at real estate. So show yourself going to show homes, and this can be on Facebook, this could be on your story, this could also be on like Instagram. Whatever you do, just make sure you show people that you're going to go show properties, because the public doesn't really understand what real estate agents do. The public literally thinks that we just show houses. They don't understand all of the background info. So you need to show them that you are going to show houses, because if they think that you aren't out showing houses, they may not think that you're necessarily a very active realtor. So definitely want to post yourself going to tour some houses. If you have a client who is particularly like social media savvy or cool with it, it's also good for you to take pictures with you and your clients going out to look for houses. You can show them excited. You could show them like, you know, contemplating purchases, whatever you want to do. Just make sure that you get some footage of that. Number 5 is to go live. This is really useful if you're doing an open house, because I kind of there's not a lot of reasons to go live for real estate agents. I mean, you can go live and just talk, but especially going live and walking around a house that you're showcasing really shows that you are out there. You're on a Sunday, everybody else is sitting at home in their pajamas after church, and you're out there doing an open house. It's going to look like you are like really hardworking. So go live, and when you are live, whenever people start watching you, make sure that you like start calling them out. I'm not saying call them all out, but I'm saying like if you know somebody, be like, oh hey, you know, Kathy just signed on, hey, glad you're watching. Or if it's your aunt or your grandma, just be like, hey, what's up? Because guess what, those are the people who are going to tell other people about you and what you do. And that's really all that you need to do in real estate, is to tell other people that you sell real estate. It's not too complicated. I have people call me who I went to school with who are just like, hey, we want to buy a house. And I'm like, awesome. So what do you want? And they're like, oh, we want to use you. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right, let's do this. So that is just kind of, you know, you have to put yourself out there. Number 6 is show yourself being involved in the community. I don't mean this in like a spam kind of way. I mean this in a genuine kind of way. Realtors have a lot of time that other people don't have because we don't have a schedule. I'm not saying that we don't work hard, because everyone knows that we will probably work just as hard or harder than people who have a 9 to 5. However, we have time that is not necessarily nailed down. So volunteering in the community could be a good way to meet people. It could be a good way to, you know, get outside yourself and start running in some different circles. So I noticed that a lot of offices, whenever they do events around here for the community, they definitely like take pictures of it, they vlog it, they show themselves with the whatever organization they're working with, and that's really good. Just remember to keep it genuine, because people can smell when you're not genuine. I just want to reinforce that, because there is nothing worse than seeing someone who is volunteering for someone and you trying to make it about themselves. So you just kind of have to walk the line with that. And you know, posting about being in the community, you can post yourself at local events too. It doesn't have to be volunteer work. I really like to see what's going on in my area. So if a realtor posts themselves like at a new restaurant or something like that, I think that can be really cool, and it just shows that you know what's going on in the area. Number 7, share other agents' posts. And I try to stick to people within my office, because I work in a Coldwell Banker office and we have like over 30 agents. So there's no reason why I wouldn't want to share my colleagues' posts before other posts. But say you don't have content to share, you can share their listings. And in my office, we sort of have an agreement that we can all share each other's listings. And that is a way to get yourself some posts, especially if you're a new agent and you don't even have any listings, or you're only working with buyers right now. You could kind of show the listings, and not saying that you need to mislead the public, but honestly, the public doesn't know if they're your listings or not. They're technically Coldwell Banker's listings, or Century 21's listings, or Remax's listings. So I think that sharing other agents' listings is really useful. And it also kind of builds goodwill with them. When you get ready to work a deal with them, they'll kind of remember that. Number 8, no negativity. Keep it light. Negativity breeds negativity. That's really all that I have to say about that. You don't want to put off that vibe that you're a negative person, because it can kind of come back to bite you, and you don't want to have that reputation either. I mean, even when things are going really wrong in my deals, I try to let my clients know, like, look, this has happened, but I'm going to fix it and we're going to make this work. So negativity is really bad on social media, because it almost like attracts the wrong kind of clients. Number 9 is to cross-post your listings to Facebook Marketplace and other local groups. Your listings can gain a lot of traction from Facebook Marketplace, because they get shared. And like for instance, when I make a just listed post, I go over to Facebook Marketplace and make the same type of post, and then I share it to probably about 10 other real estate Facebook groups. And these are all like, you know, within my area, but it'll be like homes for sale in North Alabama, farmhouses for sale in Alabama, yada yada yada. So join all of those groups. Make it a point to join all those groups now, so that when you start making the posts, you can post your listings to those. And make sure that you don't, you know, post anything that is, you know, irrelevant to the Facebook group. You don't want to spam Facebook groups. But if it's a group dedicated to real estate for sale in your area, then obviously you can post it. And you definitely want to leave your contact information. That is one thing that I didn't think I was going to have to say, but never make a post without your contact information, because people can, I don't want to seem negative, but people can't always track down your phone number on your page. There are people who use Facebook who are not tech savvy, so once they see a post, they just see the post. They don't see like, oh, I can click on their page and I can find their contact info right here and their address and their business hours. You can't really expect everybody to do that. So I always put my phone number on my posts, and that's just one way to get people to call you. Always answer your phone. That's a hard one, but definitely do that. Number 10, the last real tip that I have regarding Facebook is to invite each person to like your page. So when you create a page on Facebook, it'll ask you to invite friends. So if you have a lot of friends, then you can click invite all. And so I think I have like 550 likes on my Facebook page, which is not a lot, right? But from those 550 people, I know those people are consistently getting marketed to. So that is almost like building another sphere of influence on Facebook. And these are people, a lot of these people already know, like, and trust me. So they just need to be reminded of what I do, right? They don't necessarily need to know about me as a person. They just want to be like, oh, hey, Bella, looks like she sold a house this week. Wow, way to go. And, you know, sometimes my family will comment on there, congratulations. And, you know, those are all really meaningful engagements, even though it is people that you already know. It's important for people to see you succeeding. Okay, so I have 10 tips, but the last real thing that I want to talk to you about is to make sure that you take Facebook leads just as serious as any other source of leads. I mean, this goes to Zillow, RedX, any kind of software that you use, expireds, for sale by owners. Facebook is here to stay for a little while at least, and I think that a lot of people in my area are targeting like everywhere, but they're not targeting one place really well. So Facebook is kind of where I went in hard, and with expireds too. I should probably make a video about that, but building a brand on Facebook is like a labor of love. Like, you have to put work into it. You can't just make one post and be like, I'm not getting leads, I don't understand. You have to really like be consistent with your posts. I've put a lot of time and effort into making posts that I felt like were meaningful for the people that I'm posting them to. You always want to consider your audience, whatever you're doing. You don't want to post anything that reveals your client's information, obviously, but you can always post yourself like saying things like writing a contract or writing an offer or negotiating or things like that. So those are my 10 tips for building a Facebook page for real estate agents. I hope that you liked the video. I would really appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I make videos about lifestyle, my many entrepreneurial things that I'm doing, and real estate, and anything that I learn about. So I would really appreciate the subscription if you are interested in more videos like this. And yeah, that's it for now, guys. Thanks so much for watching.